Hello everyone, I'm Manoranjan H, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government First Aid College, Bagepalli. Today we shall discuss Strategic Human Resource Management, which is prescribed by Bangalore North University for 5th semester BBA. The topic which we are going to discuss today is ethical implications of employability. In the previous session or video, we discussed on various investment opportunities of in job workforce. So today we shall discuss on different ethical implications of practices of employability of an employee in an organization. The outcome of the particular session will be you will be able to discuss various ethical implications of employability of an employee, which is with special reference to human resource field. So let us start. As you can see in this particular slide, these are the four important parameters where ethical implications of every employee will happen. The first one is job security. The first and foremost important thing with reference to ethical implications is job security of an employee. Definitely, as per if you want to if a candidate who wants to pursue his career in an organization, that too in a reputed organization, the security with reference to his job is very much important. It is a definitely there is a link between ethics or a behavior or attitude which he pursues with reference to particular work, definitely help him grow in his career. So job security is definitely an important implication, ethical implication which affect him at his workplace. The second important ethical implication which affect his employability is performance pressure. Definitely, the work which he is going to do or a task which is going to accomplish will have very pressure, like huge pressure will be there. So he has to analyze his ethical behavior, like his attitude or the work environment, the attitude or a behavior, how he behaves with the superior or seniors or with the colleagues and all, and how he performs the task with the different measures is definitely help him grow in his career and employability. So second important parameter with reference to ethics is concerned is performance pressure. How he handles the performance, pressure at workplace definitely make him grow in his particular career. The third important thing with reference to ethical implication is compensation. No doubt, as we in the previous sessions we discussed, compensation will be fixed based on different hierarchies and the work which the employees is doing. So it is very much essential that there should not be any ethical dilemma or ethical implication, impacts with reference to compensation. The work on the hierarchy, the ladder which he grows will have different compensation parameters. He has to understand, and his mindset should be perfect. His mindset should not be deviated from the workplace or the work which he's doing, because it is interlinked with ethics and compensation. The attitude, behavior, and compensation is very much attached with each other at workplace. So the third important parameter with reference to ethics at employability is concerned is compensation. The last one is work environment. We already discussed this one. Employees will be created a healthy atmosphere by the human resource departments. So definitely the attitude and ethics, the behavior is going to perform the workplace. Definitely the environment, positive environment. There will be positive and negative environment around each and every employee. He has to take in a positive note that the work will be done in a positive manner, and his main objective should be to accomplish his task so that his organizational objectives will be met and profitability will be there. So the main important ethical implication will also be considered as work environment. The work which is going to perform is definitely matters him a lot with reference to ethics. So these are the four important parameters where the attitude or behavior will be checked by the human resource or employees or an organization at every level. Like four important levels are there. Every level, each and every employee's ethics is tested in different parameters. So he should be calm, and his behavior or ethics should be at same level, and it should be same in irrespective of the levels he grow or anything like that. So in this particular slide, as you can see, there are three important qualities. I can say personal qualities, and we have skills and knowledge. It is linked with the ethical parameters. There are so many ethical parameters here. As we can see, these many parameters are there, which is which an employee will pursue in his career. So we will start with the personal qualities. These are the mental characteristics. It is divided into four types: mental characteristics, attitude and values, personality characteristics, and spiritual qualities. As you can see, mental characteristics: openness, ability, agility, and imagination, creativity. All these factors are linked with mental behavior of an employee at workplace. So you should consider all these things as an ethical parameter at workplace. Second thing is attitude and values. Each and every employee's behavior or attitude creates a value at workplace, like things, self, people, group, and ideas. These will definitely help him grow in his career, and in turn develops the organizational profitability and growth. Next, we have personal characteristics like integrity, initiative, industry, emotional resilience. So these are the personal characteristics of an employee, which is clearly explains the ethical parameter in the organizational, which is going to pursue his career. Next is spiritual qualities like awareness, appreciation, and response. All these three factors are spiritual qualities of an employee with special reference to personal qualities. So these are all ethical implications of an employee at workplace with special reference to personal qualities. Next, we have skills like mental skills, information skills, action skills, social skills. If we consider the mental skills, we have organization, analysis, evaluation, synthesis. All these things are mental skills which is going to exhibit himself at workplace and develop his career, himself with the organizational objectives. Next, we have information skills like acquisition, recording, remembering, communication. The information which is going to acquire and the environment is going to pursue his career is very much important. And this is a definite information skill is another important skill with reference to ethical implication is concerned. Next is action skills. We have manual, organizing, decision making, and problem solving. These are the action skills, like he's going to action oriented ethical skills of an employee at workplace, which make him understand different skill set in the at workplace. So he has to pursue all these things to develop himself with organizational objectives and development. Next, we have social skills like cooperation, leadership, negotiation, and persuasion and interviewing. See, these are all different skill set of an employee at workplace. These are all ethical parameters, ethical implications of an employee at different levels. These are all tested each and every level. So every employee should be very calm, and he will face so many problems in ethical dilemmas will be there. So he has to understand all these things and work accordingly with all these parameters. Last, we have knowledge. Like we have two things: factual knowledge and experiential knowledge. Factual knowledge, if we consider these are all the facts, procedures, principles, structures, and concepts. So these are the parameters. How we handle himself with the organizational task definitely matters him grow in his career. Next is experiential knowledge, like experience, internalization, generalization, and abstraction. The information which is going to work, or the work accomplishment at particular organizational level, definitely will have make his experience learn. He will get more and more an experience while doing the different type of tasks and projects he is going to handle. So his knowledge will be developed. All these put together, ethical implications will be there. So the overall implications of these is ethical implication at work employability of an employee. So this is the same picture which we discussed in the previous slide. See, these are all the factors like career development, learning, work experience at workplace and life, the subject knowledge and understanding skills, generic skills, emotional intelligence. These factors of an employee as a human being help him grow with reflection and evaluation. All these factors put together will make an employee, his mindset will be reflected and evaluated. All these are feelings felt by an employee. So these reflection evaluations will be co-divided into two types: self-efficacy and self-confidence. So he has to understand, gain the experience, self-efficacy and self-confidence, which these self-efficacy and self-confidence will make him, grow self-esteem. The overall application of self-esteem will be employability. So definitely, while doing a work, there are so many parameters or affects is employability at workplace. So these are put together. We call it as self-esteem, ethical implications. So in the particular slide as well, we can see there are three important things. Setting the ethical tone, we have the top level leadership. They will frame the objectives for ethical, employees. So setting the ethical tone at the leadership level, he has to consider himself as a leader to work for the work to be done. Next, planning the elements. This is like in the middle level, we have a system operated where any kind of the work will be done. Which the setting ethical tone is done, like leaderships, the objectives will be accomplished. And the last one is managing the system, which managing the system is ethical parameter. We'll considering the ethical parameter with reference to managing the system of work to be accomplished. These are the factors which will affect, like commit. You have to commit. There should be commitment. Guidance should be there. We'll develop the ideas, reinforce the ideas and the task, report the same thing, and evaluation will be there. All these three things, like leadership level, system level, and evaluation level, the total ethical dilemmas or ethical parameters or implications will be done at the workplace. I'll show you a beautiful video with reference to ethics at ethics of ethical implications of employability at workplace of every employee in the organization. You just watch the video and you will understand what is the importance of ethics in an organization, and how an employee can grow with his ethics or attitude or good behavior with a positive environment and make the work to be accomplished in a positive note, and so that organizational objective will be met and organizational development will be there. With this, with this video, I just conclude myself with the presentation of ethical implications of employability at workplace of employee. You just see the video and you will understand different ethical implications at workplace in an organization.
In this video, we are going to talk about ethics and workplace between employer and employee. First, let us understand workplace ethics and behavior. Workplace ethics and behavior are a crucial part of employment, as both are aspects that can assist a company in its efforts to be profitable. In fact, ethics and behavior are just as important to most companies as performance, as high morale and teamwork are two ingredients for success. Every business in every industry has certain guidelines to which its employees must adhere, and frequently outlines such aspects in employee handbooks. Behavior. All companies specify what is acceptable behavior and what is not when hiring an employee. Many even summarize expected conduct in job descriptions or during the interview process. Behavior guidelines typically address topics such as harassment, work attire, and language. Workers who don't follow codes of conduct may receive written and verbal warnings, and ultimately be fired. Integrity. A key component to workplace ethics and behavior is integrity, or being honest and doing the right thing at all times. For example, healthcare employees who work with mentally or physically challenged patients must possess a high degree of integrity, as those who manage and work primarily with money. Workers with integrity also avoid gossip and sneakiness while on the job. Accountability. Taking responsibility for your actions is another major factor when it comes to workplace ethics and behavior. That means showing up on scheduled work days, as well as arriving on time and putting in an honest effort while on the job. Workers who exhibit accountability are honest when things go wrong, then work toward a resolution while remaining professional all the while. Teamwork. A vital aspect of the workplace is working well with others. That includes everyone from peers to supervisors to customers. While not all employees will always like each other, they do need to set aside their personal or even work-related differences to reach a larger goal. In many instances, those who are not considered team players can face demotion or even termination. On the other hand, those who work well with others often can advance on that aspect alone, with teamwork sometimes even outweighing performance. So now, let's talk about the main idea, which is ethics in workplace between employee and employer. A recurring theme in inquiries to the OSHA Ethics Division is employer demands. That is, employers requesting that our members and certificate holders engage in conduct that places them at risk for violating their ethical responsibilities. Sensitive tests in advised with employee course to adhere to a code of ethics. As employers, how do we acknowledge our employees' ethical obligations? How do we foster ethical decision-making practices among our employees? Or handle issues raised when employees must satisfy multiple codes of ethics, conduct by licensing, profession, or employment setting obligations? As employers, we need to familiarize ourselves with the codes of ethics of our employees' professions. We can review workplace practices and regulatory requirements in relation to the